Hey folks, it's Dragon of Fate here with episode number 14 of Skyfactory 2. So what I've done between the last episode and this episode isn't a whole lot. It's more been cleaning up on my side. Like what I've spent probably about 3 hours watching TV while doing it was placing down all these glowstone strips and the little pieces there as well. And I've also ripped out, as you can see, that's over there now. We ripped out where we used to have all the farms right here. And that's what we're going to focus on today. We are going to start getting set up to try and get all of the farms for the magic seeds. And if we type in seeds, there is a bunch. There's something about 58 seeds. So what I'm going to do is, this is kind of the idea how I want to have it going. There's 4 here, 4 there. And what I'll do is I will step up and repeat. And we should have to do it 4 times on each side to get the effect that I want. So here is most of the stuff we're going to need. We've got our farming stations. So these are how we're going to be doing everything this time around. No more using MFR or any of the other stuff. And on top of that, we are going to be using a bunch of smart cable. So let me grab some of that. We will be needing export buses. Like this is going to be a little bit bigger project for Applied Energistics for a change. What else do we need? We will need these guys right there. We need the chest. We will also need some fluctuating item ducts. So the best way to do this, I'm just gonna do one first to show you kind of what I want to do, and then I will repeat it over again for the rest, and I'll kind of cut away and come back. So what we're going to do here is we need some item ducts. And these guys are going to connect to this. Now, these are the fluctuating, and these are how we're going to get power to these farming stations. And just like so. And we should see power in there. And I forgot to grab the capacitor. So we'll put a capacitor in these guys to also increase their speed and range. So I'll take away that piece of dirt there. Now, to make things a little bit easier for you guys, I did go ahead and run the basics I need. So down here we have dense cable because we are going to need 28 channels for this side and 28 channels for this side. So yeah, we need the big guys. But what we're going to do here is grab our smart cable and we will just drop it down here. Now I could just use regular Fluix cables at this point, like smart and then Fluix, but I like how they look. It's not that much more expensive, so why not do it this way? Now what we need to do is put an export bus on these guys. And I already didn't think all the way through something. We need a hoe. And let's just use a regular stone hoe for these guys. If we find that we're going through them too quickly and we do have enough diamonds, then we'll switch to diamonds. But for the time being, these guys, we want to throw a hoe into them. Just like so. And then we will finish connecting this up with our smart cable. Like so. Now, we should see in a second that little pink dot there should turn greenish blue, just like that, and boom! We now have one channel applied, and if we look in here, there should be a hoe. So that is fantastic, because now we have power, we have a hoe. Now, we need to give ourselves some seeds. Let's come over here to here. We'll grab these guys, and I think I kind of figured out that we need 3.5 stacks, I think it was. Let's see how well I calculate it. So this is just our straight up minitio, which will get us our essence that we can start using to build other things. Woo, look at that go. Alright, so that's north that way, so if we need to fix this, we can. That shouldn't be a big problem. So where do we need more? We need it on... No, the north should be good. So we will leave that there like that. Now, what we're going to do is grab a servo. Actually, first, let's turn that down a little bit, because that's a little bit louder than I was expecting. Blocks. Where's it? Ambient? We'll turn down ambient and blocks, just to be sure. Alright, so what we need here is our chest, an import bus, and a little bit more of Fluix cables. We'll use smart if we have to. I don't think I can do this off just one, but we shall try. Alright, so what we're going to do is we'll throw our chest down. Oh, we need those cables right about here. And what we're going to do instead is, not get beat up by plants. That's a bad idea. Throw a servo down on this guy, and we will tell it to pull. And I don't think it really matters. I don't think it'll pull out our... No, it won't pull out our hose. So when these guys start growing, it should just automatically pull everything. Now, we're going to do something a little different than our words. Use them. The lily pads of fertility. We're going to use things a little bit differently. And I should finish one thing at a time. We need to connect this into the ME system. So to do that, where do we got some room? Do we got room here? You know what? We do have a spare channel on this guy, so I will just run this over. Now, this is going to be a waste of cable, but that's a smart cable, right? Yeah, cool. But I really don't care. I can make more of these if need be, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue. And we come up here, and I'm going to throw the import bus, just like so, and throw this guy onto it. And what that's going to do is, once that lights up, come on, baby. You can do it. There we go. So anything that gets thrown into this chest, like, I'll throw one of those, gets imported into the plant ME system. And just like before, you can access this network from over there, but not vice versa. So these guys are kind of cool. These are called growth pulsar. And what they kind of do is they replace what the lily pads of fertility did. Now, these guys are kind of expensive, but easier to make at the same time. So what it requires is a diamond, 4 stone, and 4 Minitio blocks, which is just 9 Minitio. So it's not going to require as much of a headache using the water, the gunpowder, the nether wart, the vials, the glass, just spending all that time making those stupid lily pads of fertility. But they are incredibly more expensive. But I don't really care. So these guys, we can just throw down below. And these things can stack up to a ridiculous amount. I can't remember what it is, but I saw one of the Twitch streamers I watch. He was using them, I think like 13, 20 deep. It was insane. So with these guys, we can just place these down like so. And obviously, we don't have enough to do all of them right now, but we will get there. And we will repeat this experiment once again over here. And 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, I know that I'm a little overboard here, but I don't mind, because we are going... I do believe one of the quests is something like 20 farming stations, full size, so this is a quest we're going to have to do anywho. I just want to count, because I don't want to go overboard right now, because we can stack these. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. That is the range of this current farming station. And the reason why I'm not going past right now is I really do want to take advantage of having multiples of these down here. Now, I don't know how many more we're going to have, but we will find out shortly, I'm guessing. We got 48 left, so we will just throw a couple more down. Now, I do know that I am missing this row in the middle. I'm hoping it's not that big of a deal. If it is, I may eventually switch these over to tesseracts on the bottom to pull the items out, and then I will move the import to the top. But these guys should make things grow a little bit quicker. And let me grab a watering can to kind of show you guys what this will do in the end. So just water. See if we can get a bunch of these going in time. Alright, wait for this to start harvesting them. There we go. So it's harvesting them, and you can see these are being pulled out. They are going into here. And I will put a speed upgrade on that, and that, in turn, is being brought into our ME system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away, and I'm going to go do... I have one Enderium seed, 1 Cobalt seed, 2 Diamond seeds, and then a Glowstone seed. So this will get us started. Now, to make these guys, they're not easy, but they're not hard. It requires each 4 Zavicchio essence, and then 4 Enderium for this one, 4 Cobalt for the Cobalt one, and 4 Diamonds for the Diamond one. But what this is going to let us do is get a bunch of resources. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away, and I'm going to kind of finish laying this all out, and I'll bring you guys right back. All right, so I have gone ahead and I've finished wiring all this up, as you can see down here below. Whee! All right, so we can kind of keep track of what's what, because we want to see what's growing. I've thrown down signs in front of each of the ones that currently have seeds in them, so we can kind of just know which crop we're looking at. That way also when I go to add more seeds, I know where to put them. So there's one more thing I want to do before the end of this episode. It is going to be a little bit of a shorter one. I apologize in advance for that. But we'll come over here and come into this. And I want to make a fisher. Now this is from Mine Factory Reloaded. And what this guy does is just automatically fishes for you. So you don't have to get it yourself. So what will happen this way is we will get things like enchanted books, name tags, fish, and crap. So I'm going to drop this guy down right here. Take the water block out from underneath it, the dirt block. And these guys do need power, unfortunately. We'll throw a tesseract right beside it. And we will configure this guy to receive power only. And we will set to doff power. And yep, we got some power going in there. And now I'll just simply throw this on top, like so. Now I don't know how fast this actually goes. So it looks like every 200 ticks it might do something. I don't know. It's not work. It does work. Either way, if I have to drop it down in the water one, I might do that. But that's going to be words, use them. That's going to be it for this episode, guys. Again, sorry it's a little bit on the shorter side, but if you enjoyed the episode, remember to hit the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment. Have a good one.